Hey beautiful people, what's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh once again. As usual, I'm going to review a very popular fragrance house as well as a flanker of a very popular perfume, which is the legendary La Nuit. As you can see, I purposely chosen this corner today, this angle. I'm putting up all my La Nuit. I have two from 2014 batch and one 200 ml from recent batches, as well as some of the flankers like All Electric, L'Homme, the EDP of La Nuit, which actually I sold off, but I still have it here. And then one more is L'Homme Ultime. So I actually did review quite a lot of La Nuit flankers as well as L'Homme flankers, but I have few fragrances left, like 2009 La Nuit, the vintage version. I would like to see how that smells. Hopefully in my journey the fragrance would show up sometimes, just like many other fragrances that I found out. And one other fragrance that I really want to try is that the frozen cologne version of La Nuit. Apart from that, most of the ones that I wanted to try, I actually did try them and review them. So I'm gonna do review for another flanker today. It's called La Nuit Le Parfum. This particular version. This one has quite a few reviews, I believe, and I'm gonna take my sweet time, talk about La Nuit and where this one stands compared to the other brothers. This is the first flanker of original La Nuit. It's supposedly much more darker, richer, spicier version. See how that goes. So there are mixed reviews on this perfume. Some people really love it. On Fragrantica, if you go, the love bar is very high. Sometimes that can be inaccurate, just like love or hate. Many people vote down or vote up fragrances depending on their liking or biasness towards the fragrance. But never mind, I'm just gonna let you know my thoughts. And always remember, a review is only a viewpoint. It's just someone's like or dislike doesn't really mean that it's universal or absolute. Remember that. It's just a reference point. Check out all the reviews on this perfume to get a broad idea, and then you sniff it for yourself, and in the end you buy it or do not buy. That's how we purchase fragrances. So after a long talk, let's hit the review. So this one, I have been wanting this perfume for last few weeks. I saved up. Business is not that good. I do not have so much money saved, but I really wanted this perfume. In the last few days I bought few fragrances I really wanted for a long time. This is one of them, and I'll let you know why. I tested this thoroughly. So this is, once again, it comes in 60 and 100 ml bottles as far as I understand. The prices on these, if you pay retail, are going to be a little bit high. It's around $85 retail, and if you really find a deal, perhaps $75 price range. And they have this beautiful, they're ever so popular hexagonal cap shape, which I really like. I'll come to that in a bit. And it says Le Parfum here. Most of the boxes look the same, just the names will be different here. 100 ml, and this is EDP concentration, not Parfum. Okay. They have some detailing at the back. It's made in France, and then very classy YSL logo. Sorry about the dust a little bit. And then bottom you're gonna find the batch code and stuff like that. So very nice box. I really like it. And inside, it's simple, just like other boxes. And the bottle is just same shape as La Nuit original. If I hold them side by side, let's pick up one of the bottles. My 2014 bottle, a little bit dusty. So you can see it's much darker in color, but exact same bottle design. Bottom exactly looks similar. Up there also looks same exact cap. So they just pretty much changed the shades of the bottle. And I really love, I just tell you one thing, when I didn't have La Nuit and I just started my journey like 2014, 12, I think not 2014, when I was watching this review of La Nuit, I wanted a bottle all the time. And I was in Malaysia, it was extremely expensive. Like La Nuit is like as expensive as a designer fragrance gets. Hermes, YSL, and I believe I think few other houses, they are really expensive in Malaysia. So you really have to pay the top dollar to get these fragrances. So it was kind of like a dream, and I just continued from there. The madness went on, and I collected a lot of the other bottles. So it's very special to me. This special is how this bottle is constructed without this cap. It looks very simple, like a cylindrical bottle. It has the black atomizer that you can still see through. It's not opaque all the way, and bottom is your sticker. And the cap actually is not fit, it clicks onto place. So it looks really nice, but I really love these caps. It's really heavy, very well built quality. I really love these caps a lot. So I will have to give credit to Jeremy for hyping up La Nuit and made me interested in this whole line. After that, I got a lot more. So let's talk about this perfume. This perfume is really something else. I mean, I'm gonna just tell you. Let's spray this and talk about it, okay? I'm wearing something there. I got a new fragrance. I'm wearing that. I'm gonna review that soon. Spray is really good. It gives out nice mist, and you need for this kind of perfume, you need like I think for fragrance strength, many people say this is weak, but in my experience, I usually wear four sprays. It's just perfect, adequate. When to wear it? I think cold weather is gonna be really lovely, even in the breezy summery days, like it rained. You can pull it off when it's cloudy, and nighttime is just so sexy. It's very mysterious, and it's very much like La Nuit, but much more darker. So the fragrance, you can try to put it in hot summer's day, but I think it's not gonna give you the expected outcome. It's gonna be really well, performing really well in fall and winter. And the fragrance is just lovely. You can definitely see the reflection of La Nuit in this. And La Nuit, let me tell you, many companies or many fragrances, they try to capture the essence of La Nuit. I heard Alexandria has a very spot-on copy, but I haven't tried it quite. But one of the more popular ones is Zara. They made Y. This one is discontinued now. This is good. Bergamot, less cardamom, more bergamot, kind of fresh, musky, kind of like a sweet, uniform kind of a scent, like not much, but it's for the price is very good. Another fragrance I really find similarity to this is Tom Ford Noir Extreme, which I have somewhere here. It's somewhere in the back. This one right here. This one, if you're wondering. And then I have really found out like the cardamom note pops up in this one. Armani Eau de Nuit Oud. I have actually sold this bottle to one of my dearest brothers. He's gonna collect it, but fortunately I still have it, so I can show you. So imagine something happens between La Nuit and then Armani Eau de Nuit Oud, and then you just add some fruits, add some patchouli, add some darker notes like pepper, and you make it like much more spicier, like John Varvatos fragrances they do. And I really like that it's very fruity, it's very sweet. I really love this composition. It just worked with me like this, bang on, you know. But many people would say this is not their favorite. Why would they say that? Because it is not original La Nuit. When you talk about La Nuit, some people just want La Nuit, you know, I mean like that cardamom and then bergamot combo. They just want to smell like chocolates. And this one, something magical about this is just like, it just works like a charm, you know. The brand new ones, even the new batches, yeah, they have performance issues, but I'll tell you one thing funny. This one, the current formulation, compared to that, this Le Parfum is much stronger, even though this is not really beast mode, but it definitely is strong. I get the projection so beautifully. You have to wear it right places. You gotta wear it like hit your neck where your blood is flowing, and then you're gonna get some on your like clothes or shirt, perhaps somewhere on the pulse point. Do not wear it here. Okay, once you wash your hand, fragrance is gonna go away. You're not gonna detect it that much. So where you're not gonna wash immediately. So 4 to 5 sprays, just great. So why some people would not really prefer it, or it's not gonna be instant love with everybody? This has some maturity about it. That pepper, patchouli, that's darker tones, the fruity tones. It makes it kind of like more, I would say a little bit more mature. This is really done better than, in my opinion, better than La Nuit in terms of composition. And I'm just saying it's a big statement to my nose. Remember, to my nose. I love La Nuit always. It's a classic. I love to wear it. If I have to have 5 fragrances in my collection, if I just can keep only 5, it's gonna be in there like Dior Intense. But I'll tell you one thing. Recent times, I have bought and actually sold this perfume off, but like I needed urgent cash. But this fragrance also not bad. The EDP. Do not confuse this with the Le Parfum. They are totally different. Okay, and the fragrance, this one, the original La Nuit and this has some connection with that cardamom. Some people say there's no cardamom, but I can smell it still. It's definitely there. The cardamom and the pepper. It's definitely the combination is there, but not as pronounced as the original. And one other fragrance I can say is better than La Nuit or more interesting is this discontinued gem. This one, I mean like Lanvin Avant-Garde. I just recently got it from my brother. It's super rare to find, it's very expensive. So this perfume has beeswax, which makes it even more interesting, more honey-like version of cardamom and La Nuit. This one you definitely should try. So comparing all these fragrances, when I'm coming back to it, this one, it's not a must-have. Okay, I'm not saying this is some hidden gem, you go find it and try it. But if you really like this line and you can afford, or you're a collector, this is definitely worthy of collection in your, you know, like shelf. I really feel it. Not here. And the fragrance will be just lovely, developed so naturally. It has some mysterious thing about it. Some reviewers didn't like it because they felt like it's too weak, or it's not as interesting as La Nuit de l'Homme. Perhaps they're not going for more intensified La Nuit de l'Homme. Perhaps they're going for like French. They, as far as I read, French companies, they like to, when they make La Intense, like they have La Nuit de l'Homme, I think L'Homme La Intense, they do not actually want to make it like same fragrance stronger, like, you know, Dior Intense versus Dior Parfum. They want to do something different sometimes, you know, like even though Dior is kind of made in France and stuff, but what I'm trying to say, the point is they want to make a little bit different. They don't want to make a same smell, or it would be redundant to them. It's not fun for them. So French have their ways, you know. So this I can see, definitely see nights out for a date, not a clubbing scent, but for date. Interesting scent, very interesting scent. You get feel of like how Dior Intense works. It has the sweetness from the fruits. This works like that. So imagine like tiny bit of Dior Intense creeping in with the La Nuit de l'Homme and join the party with ordinary oud, even though this one doesn't have any oud, but this one has some spices from the cardamom and pepper. So if you like masculinity, if you like a little bit more sophistication from original La Nuit de l'Homme, add some colors to your life, if I may say so. I'm very pumped up about this perfume. I'm telling you, like, this fragrance really makes me happy. It doesn't give you 8 hours plus. I get about 5 to 6 hours of longevity, and I can detect it for 2 hours. Like, projects really good for 2 hours, then comes close to the skin. On the shirt or on your arms, you can still smell it for 6 hours. Pretty solid. Okay, so the fragrance, you have to wear it in the right occasion. Do not rock this in like super hot and humid day, 42 degrees, where you're sweating like a pig and you go like, yeah, this fragrance sucks, doesn't have any longevity, you know. So wear Shura. Yeah, that time you do let me know how fragrances last. But overall, this fragrance is very interesting, I would say. Not hyping it up or anything, but I'm saying like this fragrance you should definitely, if you go to the shop, winter is coming up, just give it a sniff. You might be surprised. You might get caught off guard, you know. Yeah, definitely. I can see definitely. It has freshness, it has some playfulness, it has some charm about it. And I really love this perfume. I don't think it's a redundant purchase if you have La Nuit de l'Homme. Okay. So overall, this fragrance is a masterpiece. Not quite. I'll give it a solid 8.5 out of 10, considering everything. Decent performer. Compliment garner. This is gonna get you compliments. You know, it fills up a room sort of after you spray it. You walk around, people can smell you in the air. So that's really a nice property to the fragrance. So overall, yes, it's a good fragrance. I highly recommend. Definitely try, and not a must blind buy, but it can definitely make a purchase, I mean, in your life. So that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. A little bit longer video today. Just wanted to talk everything I remember, I want to say about it. Yes, I'm satisfied. So La Nuit de l'Homme always something special in my life. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon, and perhaps I'll do one more video. Bye bye.